Hi, people. We are on a side quest. I have a special request to airbrush two lures for a friend of mine for his friend. Not allowed to say his name, just in case he jumps into this live. I'm going to kind of go ahead and start. We're doing two square bills, and they are supposed to look like a particular NFL team, but I can't use the NFL logo. I'll be back. I will be right back. All right, let me at least get this order right. So what we're gonna do is just lay down the ground colors. The ground colors are yellow, red, blue, and the body's going to be yellow with some black along the sides and black over the top, with the name either on the top or along the sides. All right, I'm not gonna be on this long, mainly because people should be getting ready to go to sleep above me. So first things first, we're gonna base coat this bad boy. Welcome, welcome, welcome. If you are new, do appreciate you stopping in. It's going to be kind of loud. I don't know where you are in the world. I know most people that are on the East Coast, according to AI, usually watch these type of streams with the volume down, because they're kind of like just scrolling. But this is a little bit noisy. Just a heads up. Between the compressor going off and save that for tomorrow, my guy. All of the silly jokes is Wacky Wednesday. Save it for tomorrow. We can get all of the jokes off on Wednesday. And I'll be sure to not go live tomorrow. Yeah, this is for a customer / friend. He wants something before Christmas. No, these are resin. So two things. It's a certain particular lure that I wouldn't say because it's a company, and they said if you don't use the direct mode of theirs, don't mention their name. I bought these off of someone. It's a type of crankbait. I am in PA on the East Coast. So it's about 8:30, and I don't want to make too much noise. I won't be on long here anyway. I just want to get this started and then finish it tomorrow morning. Alright, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna heat set these with blow dryer. Yeah, they just posted pictures of the Susquehanna here, and it's frozen over. Yeah, crazy. We're gonna get like 50 degrees in the middle of December. I'm gonna attempt to take some lures out to test in a location here where it's hot water for about an hour just before I sell them, because everybody's like messaging me saying, hey, I want one of those lures. I want one of those lures. And cruddy crud. Oh, okay. That'll come off. I had to stick that in some water. But this is the lure that they are all wanting. A juvenile trout. But while I was clear coating, I nicked it and knocked some white off the bottom. So I brought it back to this shop so that I can spray that spot and then transfer it back home. And re-clear coat it. Alright, so that white spot that was underneath there, I just sealed it up. I'm gonna heat seal this real quick. Appreciate it. One second. Alrighty, I'm gonna stick this juvenile trout. I don't know if you guys can see it too well. The thing about this lure is, as you can see, the stuff on the tail, I put it in a paper towel thinking that it wouldn't be an issue, but the tail is made of some kind of material that the stickiness of it attaches to any and everything. So what happened was I had those lures in a box together and it peeled off on one of the tails. So I brought it back with me before I dipped it at home at my other shop. And then this one here, I completely missed. If you look at it closely, you see that red dot? It's supposed to have some black in front of it. I completely missed the black on both of those. So I am gonna do that real quick and put that one up as well. And then when I get ready to dip again, I will re-dip those two lures. Which lure are we talking about? Because I do have a website. The site is itmustbethebait.com. And these lures, everything that I'm showing you now isn't on the site yet. They will be after Christmas. And then I also have a show that I need to go to January the 10th and the 11th. Okay. Yeah, that's going to be tricky. Getting that to dry on there because it's already sealed. Then I have to reseal it. All right. So I'm going to let that air dry on its own. No, the show is in Marysville. The Lions Club is what it's called. I'm like 5 minutes from Hershey, if that. Okay, I'm just trying to get this on here so it can dry by itself and we can get back to the side quest here. All right, well, I'm going to show you real quick the black. Appreciate the subs, by the way, the comments, the interaction is what it's called. I appreciate the interaction. The primary thing that we were doing today earlier were these bad boys. People got to see me freestyle these koi fish But then I got a call from one of my friends, and he was like, "Hey, can you get me two lures for his friend or his dad or his grandfather? I forgot exactly who, but he said the name. He said not to say the name during the live. This is what we'll be working on next. I gotta finish this, but right now I need to do these two here. I'm not gonna say exactly what it is, just in case they are watching. You'll see it at the end. And as soon as I'm close to done, I am going to turn off the live because there's some final steps that I definitely don't want that person to see. All right, so we got all of that white down. The next color is okay. I was in Jersey a couple of years ago. I used to work in Trenton at a tattoo shop. And then I opened my own completely. So when I have downtime from tattooing, this is what I do. Versus the cliche painting pictures, I try to do something that I actually like. I mean, I like painting as well, but I like the outdoors a lot more than just putting paintings on the wall. And then seeing fish actually take something I made and then other people catching fish with it makes it even better. So that's the route that I ended up taking. Alrighty. I am just cleaning this brush out real fast, mainly because that yellow, I don't want it to mix. With the white. This is a 2 crankbait for a friend of mine for Christmas. It's just a quick side quest, as I would call it, for going back to the big boys. Yeah, I haven't been to Trenton since I left from up there, and then also the shop that I worked at, they closed up as well, and they moved to a couple of different states. They are in 3 different states now. They spread out. The owner has a few shops in different locations. All right, so let me just get this white out of here. I don't want that to mix with that yellow. I really want that yellow by itself. There's a few things I need to do. I need to remake my cleaning station. This thing is done. Okay. Yep, do what RP says. In fact, take it a step further and hit the subscribe button. But I feel like most of the numbers that's in here now are people that's been in here before. Okay, color I'm using is a yellow. I'm going to hit the entire body except for the underbelly. I'm going to leave that with some white. And then what I'm going to do, just to give it some pizzazz, I'm going to take my metal mesh that looks like a scale pattern and run that right along the bottom there. Doesn't look like much of anything as of yet. Alrighty, I'm gonna do the next one. So one is for him to fish with and one is just for keeps. I feel like what's gonna happen is he's gonna catch some fish on the one, he's gonna lose it, and then he's gonna use the other one. Yeah, you know, if you would have ordered them off of Amazon, you would get them in 2 days because he sells them on Amazon as well. I have all of those little micro dots from him. I ordered years ago, but I bought them from Amazon under his name. I think he has it under his name just so that they don't take forever. I need to make some more stencils myself. More of these. I need to make more of these for the koi fish. No, I have a ventilation system running. It's really low. I have a window open right here, and that's the reason why I have on this windproof jacket, aftercoat, because it is kind of chilly in here, and it's going from that way out behind me. You probably could hear the cars. But I am going to do something on Thursday. I'm not going to say what, Now, if you really want me to make it loud, I can turn on the box that I have you guys inside of, my ventilation actual box behind you or behind the TV. The phone is my other ventilation system. I only run that when I am spraying that heavy clear coat stuff. All right, so what I was trying to do was run all this yellow out of this cap, but it it's a lot more than I expected. So we're gonna just spray it into the. Okay. All right, I'm gonna clean this out real quick. Yeah, same here. But now I will say those DC reels, do get a little bit annoying after a while, casting them bad boys. In fact, I sold all of my DC reels. I did a tournament back in like 2019, and I had every DC reel you could think of. And I was casting, and for like the first 2 hours, all you could hear was beep, beep, and not catching any fish. I got home that weekend. I posted every single one of them for sale. Haven't used the DC reel since. Well, not one of the ones that make the noise. I have a iReel 2 that I like. It talks to you and tell you how far you cast and all of that other stuff, but it doesn't make that computer chip noise that Shimano likes to do with their reels. All right, got that out for the most part. He didn't have anything on Amazon. What? I am airbrushing some custom lures for a friend of mine for his dad, I think he said it was. Not 1,000% sure on exactly the person it's going to. He gave me the name, but I won't say it just in case they're in here. All right. Next step is black. What I'm going to do is there's a line there on the lure, if you could see it. I'm trying to hold it as still as possible. That is going to be my scale pattern line for the black. I'm going to run right along there and create my scale pattern. Like that. Real soft, real simple, nothing too crazy. And I'm gonna do the other side real fast. No, these are not the koi cranks. These are a side quest real quick that I need to do for someone. The McCoys will be back in action tomorrow. All right. So we got the scale pattern there. If you know what I'm doing, don't say anything. It's a pretty common theme. Just not allowed to put the logo itself on there. All right, so that's one, and then I'm gonna add the 3 diamonds, and then I may not do the name tonight. I'll do the name off the live, just so that that person doesn't see the lure. Alrighty, I'm gonna do the other side as well. No, I am using a Omni 5000. I actually was gonna use or buy an all water, but the way the bottom or the connector is made, it wouldn't work with all of my badgers. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 badgers with that little connector there, and quick connect. It didn't work. I am gonna get one though, just to do one particular thing that the badgers don't do, and that's to mix colors inside the cap. That's the only thing I feel like Awada has over the badgers. All right, so up close, if you look, it is a double fade. The black over the yellow over the white. Oh, somebody's tripping in here, huh? The Luke. All right, how are you? How are you? All right, so the next step we're gonna do is I'm gonna get rid of this black out of this cap. The rest is gonna all be hand drawn on. This part gets a little bit tricky. So it won't be nearly as loud anymore. And hopefully I can pull it off. This will be the first time I've ever done this, but I feel like I can do it. The team has 3 diamonds, yellow, red, and blue. To avoid any licensing issues, I will not put the actual name. In fact, we're going to go with the person's name on the side versus the team name. Or if anybody acts up, it's the Wu-Tang Clan colors. And the Wu-Tang Clan is technically, they decided to make that an open source for anyone to use. The RZA was smart by doing that. So right now we have Wu-Tang Clan crankbaits. All right. These aren't a particular fish. These are a just a crankbait for someone. All right. Um. Yeah, man. I need somebody to message me on Instagram. It's the same name, and we can set it up. No RP. I need to set it up with him because he can mod as well. He said he didn't mind doing it. Um, just to kind of keep the goofiness down. All right. So next step. This is the tricky part. Tricky part is getting those 3 diamonds on there. And the team logo, when you think about it, the 3 diamonds, they go this way, and then the name in the inside. But because the way the body is shaped on these lures, I'm gonna have to take the 3 diamonds the opposite way, and then his name to the opposite way. So then it'll also keep us a little more out of trouble as well with the team per se. I just spoke to someone not too long ago, and they got in trouble with Disney for doing a bunch of their logo type stuff on some Xbox controllers. And what Disney did is they kind of stalled them out and just waited for them to make a decent amount of money, and then came for everything they made. And they say the NFL and the NBA and EA and all of those guys will do that to you too. I don't want any parts of that. All right, so I am going to attempt. This is an attempt. These 3 diamonds. Now, the importance is starting with white because got you. And I don't know how to make you a moderator in the middle of the live. All right, so what we're gonna do is 1, 2, 3, 4. I need to check something real quick, guys. I just need to check if it will let me. I don't want to kill the live because it's got a bunch of weird things down here at the bottom of the screen. There we go. Okay. They are all touching. Holy moly. I probably should have printed this out before doing it, but you know what? I'll do it on my table first. before I do it on the lure. My bad, you guys can't see what I'm doing right now. I'm kind of just drawing those 3 diamonds from that company. I tell you, this is kind of tricky. I wish, like I said, I wish I could show you guys. Because I'm freehanding this thing. I think it's going to come out. I think it's going to come out right. Okay. Now there is like shortcuts to this. There's this thing called water decal paper. You can print out images. Take your lure and dip it or clear coat it, and then put that water decal on and then clear coat it again. That's a shortcut, but I kind of want to hand paint all of this. All right. The tricky part is putting it on the lure and it will read right. I don't know if I should do it from the back side, going to the front, because it's on the inside. Give me one more split second. Merry Christmas to you too. I appreciate the money, sir. Give me a split second. Okay, we're gonna try this. Thank you, Kenny. Thank you, Kenny. What we're getting ready to attempt, I'm gonna say it. Black and yellow. What team is this in the NFL that's black and yellow? I'm not gonna put the actual name. The person's name's gonna go on the inside. But what I want to do is my bad. Sunguchi, I might be saying your name wrong. I thought it was Kenny who sent that. All right, we are going to attempt. The Steelers logo reversed. A lot of concentration with this, people. Sorry, I'm not really looking at the screen. I do see it look like comments are going up, but I have to make sure that this is done correctly. And it is really hard to line these 3 diamonds up. Kind of feel a tension in the air, how quiet it is. I'll show you guys in a split second. Oh yeah, I'm good now. Because I'm not gonna use their official logo per se. So they definitely can't do anything to me. Alright, I need this to be sharp. That's dope. Let me find another one of these sticks. Because that one's starting to spread on me. What I'm using are these bamboo skews for what do you call it? Barbecue? I think that's what you would use that for. All right, this last little diamond's gonna be tough. All right. Man, I should have used the sharper skew stick to begin with. This last diamond actually looks a lot better than the other two. The site is myname.com. A lot of the stuff that's going on right now won't be on there until after Christmas. Mainly so that the locals can get a stab at it first. I know some of the lures that won't sell on or at the show will definitely sell online. So might get shocked this year and people actually buy some of them trout patterns. Okay, I'm pressing down so hard that I'm taking the black off the top. All right, so I'm going to have to respray that top. All right, so it looks all right. I feel like I can do a lot better. Why is that still going off? All right, I'm going to show y'all. This is just the base coat before I put the colors down. And this is also to avoid getting in trouble. Not bad. Like I said, I feel like personally I could do better. Um, I see it, and I'm gonna put the person's name last. Y'all won't get to see that. I'm gonna do the other side as well. I'm gonna heat set this real fast and then do the next one. Oh, I turned the. Appreciate it. Yeah, I'll show you one of them real quick. Well, actually, I'll show you two of them. All right, I'll lay it there. That's the one. That's another one. These two. I am working on number 4. And here is the original. The original that I started with, I feel like I'm going to do something else to it. That's the original, the very first one. And I based it off of this picture here. So that top koi fish didn't really have anything in it. It's kind of a learning curve to just getting my orange and golds proper. But after doing the other 3, I feel like I want to give this one some fatigue style pattern to it as well. Some of those hard stopping points. How the other 3 are done. All right, so we will get back to that after these. So I'm just doing this here. Like I said, it's for a friend. Is that wet? Did I not heat set that? All right. Let me heat set this real quick. No, there was a guy on my Facebook page. He posted those glide baits. And he was just getting rid of them. He only had 5, and he was like, "Does anybody want to buy these?" And I was like, "I'll buy them." And he sent them to me for $5.40. Couldn't believe it. I'm like, "What?" And they swim great. But the koi fish pattern, yes. At one point last year, I was doing like videos of other people's custom lures, and a guy from Japan seen that I was doing that, and I guess he wanted his lure to be demonstrated or showed, and he makes these flat side jerk baits. He sent me some blinks as well. He sent me 2 blinks, and then he sent me a koi fish, and I used that koi fish all summer until I lost it. I messaged him, and he has not responded. I messaged him back in October. He hasn't responded. He hasn't posted. He hasn't posted anything on any of his social medias. I was like, dag, man. So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna spray some swim baits the same way. And then that was just me learning the koi fish before I go back and spray the 2 that he sent me, the 2 small jerk baits. I'm definitely gonna do those in the koi fish because they rock that for some odd reason. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. All right, so we're gonna get back to making these 3 diamonds, Fun, fun, fun. All right. I tell you, this is the hardest part. Those three diamonds, just getting them lined up right. Ah, man. And trying to align these jokers on a curve. Man. Yeah, man. I use that lure all summer. In fact, I got videos. Um, the one video of me falling out of the kayak, it was supposed to be me using my custom painted stuff, and I started out just with his just to try it out, and it just became a video of just his lure. I went out for 4 hours and lost count on how many fish I caught. But of course, you know how YouTube works. You gotta make your videos short so that people will sit and watch them. So it's only like 20 minutes tops. But I was out there for 4 hours. I put on nothing else. And I do appreciate you looking at the site, man. Those gills are really nice. They swim really well. And I myself have never caught a fish with one. Now I've had people who who've bought them and have caught fish with them and sent me pictures. In fact, two people sent me pictures the same day they got it with bass, and I'm just like, how in the world did you pull that off? And I can't get a single bite. I even went to my test pond with a bass, and they're really aggressive, but they will not bite that lure. I am painting a crankbait for a friend for his dad, and I am having a really hard time getting these diamonds to lay out correctly. I'm so half tempted to cheat and use the water decal system, but I don't want to waste or have him waste more money than needed, because we would have to order those water decal papers, and I haven't ordered them in a minute, so I can only imagine how much it costs. Appreciate it, appreciate it. Here we go. What time is it, man? It's got to be close to 12 a.m. or something. Well, that person's already on a Wednesday kick. I usually don't get the goofiness until Wednesday. They in here early. I tell you, man, I I guess you could say I have a really tough skin. I don't mind all the goofiness. Some people get bent out of shape. I've seen people on live like get like really mad and block people and delete them and stuff like that. I've only blocked one person so far. He said something that it didn't get under my skin, but I could tell it was getting under everybody else's skin. So he had to go. And it wasn't even I don't think it was bad. Everybody else in the live definitely thought it was pretty rough. I don't pay any mind to it. All right. This diamond didn't come out nearly as good as the other one. I could see why. I pulled it too far back. I'm kind of a little agitated. That one came out really nice. This one here, not so much. Well, no, it doesn't look bad. The bottom one looks better. I think the bottom one's bigger. But all right, we are gonna add that to the other side. Whoo! I'm half tempted to not put it on the other side, mainly because of the fact that they have to be symmetrical and to make sense. I think what I'm gonna do on the other side, maybe just the 3 diamonds bigger on this side. Holy cow, dude. You're a spam bot out of this world. I'm not gonna block you. You're an LSU fan on top of that. I know what I will do for you though. I'm gonna make you a moderator. All right. We are gonna do 3 diamonds bigger on this side. Appreciate the item. All righty. We're gonna do just the 3 diamonds on this side, but bigger, and to the front. No name on this side. Ah, okay. The bigger diamonds actually already look better. You know, man, Rick, I don't know too much about it either. I don't know what it does. I guess I can pass them off to other lives because it said the same thing to me as well. When I was looking at another dude's live, he was making inline spins, and I gave him a little tip, and I don't think he liked the tip. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make an inline spin a little bit different than your standard inline spins because I've seen it done by a company in France. They instead of putting a weight dead center, they made this little thing that wraps and it swings down. It wraps on each side and the weight is underneath and the weight is just swinging. But when you reel the lure in, it does not spin and wrap up your line because the weight is swinging on the bottom the entire time. I'm like, man, that is smart. So I was like, man, you should try that. And he didn't like the tip. So I'm going to try it. Yeah, the company is called MUKAI. They do like micro, like really fine micro lures, and I have a few myself, and I'm like, man, I want to just make some a little bit bigger for myself. And I'm shocked no one else did it. This is, oh, you can see the diamonds. Um, it will be waterproofed once I am done. The only thing is to avoid any NFL issues, I'm not going to put the actual Steelers on this paint job here. I'm going to put the person's name in place of the Steelers. On the one side. The other side, I'm just doing the 3 diamonds. What I'm doing now is creating a base coat to put the main coat over top so that the black won't come through. And I'm hand painting it so it's not dead on accurate to the point where it's like, oh man, you just literally stole the Steelers logo. I also think when it comes to that kind of stuff, if you're not doing it to the point where you're like making arms and legs and money off of the company, I don't think they'll mess with you too heavily. All right. So the top, if I remember correctly, the top diamond is yellow. The second one is red, and the bottom is blue. But what I need to do is, of course, thank you, good sir. Thank you, good sir. Now, somebody said put a hole in the blade will create the, will stop making the, who are we talking about here? Oh my goodness, you wait till tomorrow, man, with the jokes, bro. Wait till tomorrow with the crazy jokes. Do me that favor. Wacky Wednesday. I let people have at it, and they can go bananas. And I won't say a word. Yeah, you got me. Because I'm looking like, what the heck is you talking about? All right. Yes, I am a spray painter, not the maker. I don't have that kind of time. And me, I want the Lord to be like dead on perfect. The Lord I have in mind, I know it's going to take some time. And I've been talking to a guy. I still got him on my friends list. I told him once I'm really ready, I'll let him know. He's going to create the master for me. And then I'll do the rest. It's a $600 investment because I told him don't reuse. We have some legal jargon so that it's 100% mine. And he said he's down. Just got to get through this stuff here. And I got some rods I got to make. Yeah, I just do the designs. Um, and I buy blanks off of people and redo them for them. The person that's gonna remake the bait for me, I don't remember his name until he pops up on my Instagram because he makes the baits for like a lot of people, and they come out really well. And I'm pretty sure he has a legal jargon with all of them too. Um, because I don't see their lures being mass produced anywhere else once they go through him, which is really cool. I went through China back in the day, me and a buddy of mine, and I regret it. He came out with a hard body, soft body, paddle tail type lure. Sent it to China. I helped him with the expenses. And about 6 months later, we seen it on eBay under a different name, straight out of China. Now you could probably find the lure everywhere. So, lesson learned. So I'm just been taking my time with that the nah, he's got like a weird name. That's the reason why I don't know it offhand until I see him post. And I haven't spoken to him probably since October, and I don't want to bother him. I'm not that kind of person that likes to window shop. So I want to make sure when I talk to him again, it'll be money at hand and not just me wasting his time and getting his hopes up. So I hate when people do that to me. Ask me a price for something, get my hopes up, and then disappear. So he gave me a price, and I'm content with paying it. He's does some really fun work. And all of the little details, I feel like he can pull it off. So you want me to make? You want me to put a design on a fishing rod? Is that what you're saying? Today I am doing a crankbait for a friend of mine for his dad. I don't know if you realize what team logo I am working on, but he wanted it for Christmas and he kind of waited to the last minute. Because if I'm not mistaken, I feel like Christmas is next week. I think it is. think it's like next Thursday or something. So I gotta bust these bad boys out. And then get back to doing the stuff for the show. The lures that I want are resin. Um, but what he's gonna do for me is he's gonna make sure that it swims correctly. He's doing all the stuff that I should be doing, but I just don't have the time. So I'm just willing to give him the money and get it done right. Or what I think I'm gonna do is make a clay model and send that to him to base it off of. All right, so we got, hold up here. The rods that I make, um, I don't put a lot of fancy detail and stuff into them just because the rods themselves cost so much. I want the focus to be the rod, the handle, and the guides, and it be just a stealth black and gold. Um, if you've been on the site, I posted it on there, and if you go down my Instagram, I posted it 2 years ago, and I've just been doing my fair share of study, looking for companies that are willing to work with a decent warranty and then give me the best of the best when I put these rods completely together. They are designed to throw fly lures, but with a bait caster. So it's been in the works for a while, and I finally got everything in order. I have all of the stuff in my garage. I just need to put it together. Um, but I gotta finish this type of stuff first. I think I'll get to that in the middle of January, and then I'll release those. But for now, we're gonna work on these lures. All right, so I'm gonna heat set this one last time and see if these colors will go on here correctly. I'm doing this under the table kind of to kill the sound. Nah, they won't be swim bait rods. They'll be what they call BFS rods to throw like 7 grams and down. You know what? I wonder if I could have used a marker and did this, like a fine tip marker, but I think I did that before and it took the color off the actual bait. And that's the reason why I stopped using it. All right, so what I'm gonna do now, oh, okay, okay. We're getting a little don't know what the word would be. A little scientific in here. I am making 2 crankbaits for a friend of mine for his dad for Christmas. And then I'm gonna get back to making these swim baits or painting these. We are kind of getting down the pipeline of finishing those. I have 2 left that I'm gonna do, and then I'm gonna airbrush some largemouth bass after this. And after that, I think I'm gonna stop and put hooks in everything. I got a lot of lures I need to put hooks in. Get ready for the show, get them packaged and all that sweet stuff. All right, so what I'm doing now is I'm putting the yellow in the first diamond. Over top of the white. And I'm gonna come to a stop here sometime soon. I don't know what time it is. Oh, okay, all right. Got a little time. Just so that that yellow shows up good. You want to put an opaque white down, because if you don't, the black is gonna just override that, and the yellow won't even really be there. It'll be like a fade. Appreciate it, appreciate it. Kind of quiet in here. Sorry about that, just concentrating. And it's almost 10 p.m. I know the lady that lives upstairs in this building doesn't want me running an air compressor. I don't want to be running an air compressor. I think it's disrespectful. So this is perfect. Just filling in this thing here with a skew style brush ordeal. And I'm just coloring in the 4 diamonds. Well, 3. Does require a little bit of steady hands. And I didn't get it perfect as I really would like to, but I think it'll work. What I probably could have did is just made an opaque yellow, an opaque blue, and an opaque red, and not have to worry about putting that base coat of white down. That probably would have worked as well. Does anybody know the original company for these crankbaits? I'll show you what they look like. Anybody want to take a wild guess? No? No one? Tell you the original company is an S crank. I'm not going to say the name of the actual company. I do. It must be the bait.com. And I don't do the big spin style, but I do the bigger swim baits. Here's a koi fish style, and then I have some other ones that I've been doing live, and they will be on the site, of course, after Christmas. You're welcome. I wonder if they can hear me talking. I'm not talking too loud. I can hear them walking. All right. And the hair salon is next door. Okay. So I'm going to clean this off real quick and do the next color, which is red. I don't know if I should go with the bright red or the deep red. They kind of look the same. No, they don't look the same. I was getting ready to say they look the same, but one is way darker than the other. Even looking at them on the caps. Okay, I see which one I'm going with. I'm not going with this one. That's a blood red and it has some gold and purples mixed into it. So won't be going with that. Right now I just paint them. I eventually will make them once I put the rod building aside. Alrighty. Alright, so the next color is red. Appreciate it. These are pretty simple. Here's a complicated one. That is a juvenile rainbow trout. And then a small shell cracker. I don't know if you guys can see all the little fine dots and stuff. I'll sit this around down here. Woo, that was close. This thing here doesn't lock. It's old. All right, so I'm gonna do the next set of diamonds in red. Let me double check this real quick. So I feel like it's red and blue. It is red and blue. And the way this red is coming out, I feel like this is opaque. I don't think I actually needed the white. This joint is coming out really heavy. Yeah, man, I'm not too far behind you. I'm gonna actually get ready to hop off of here as well. As soon as I finish these red diamonds and head home. Actually, what I'm gonna do when I head home is I need to dip and clear coat some bluegill. Yeah, I'll wait till tomorrow night. I'm gonna go home and relax. Been at this all day. All right, I'm gonna hit the other side. Probably making this harder on myself using this stick style paint thing. All right, we got which is kind of hard to see. A red and yellow. Now I'm gonna drop the blue in there, and we're gonna call it a night. Then I'm gonna talk to him, and if he wants, we can water decal some of these. I think the only thing is, it's just the fact that I don't know how long it's gonna take for those water decal to get here. Especially being that it's Christmas holiday, and I'll look it up and see how long it takes. If it seems like it's gonna be like next Tuesday or Wednesday, we'll stick with this. Man, it's so random right now, mainly because my primary job is kind of slow. Um, this past month, it's been like uh, at least 6 times out of the week. uh, like 2 hours in the morning and then 2 hours in the evening. It's usually Monday mornings and then Tuesday mornings, sometimes Tuesday evenings, sometimes Thursdays. But my schedule is starting to pick back up, so it may drop down to at least twice a week. But I will definitely be on January the 10th and the 11th live at the expo selling this stuff and seeing what will sell live versus what will sell online. Appreciate it, appreciate it. There's some pretty good lives that I come across. The one that I like the most as of right now, and I don't remember his name because I just found it like last night, and I had to go in the living room because my wife got mad at me laughing so much. There's this guy playing a game, and I think he's from, I think he's Vietnamese, and he's dressed up like the people in the army, and he's just on there trolling people in his accent, and it is so funny, like beyond crazy. And they're on there just having like they're just having a field day. That is one of my favorite lives as of right now. Pretty sure on my way home, that's what I'm gonna watch. Or what I'll do is rewatch this live and kind of see what I could do better. I do know one thing is I wish there was a way to show you exactly what I'm doing versus doing it and then showing you from this angle so you could see the exact steps that I'm making. They're different prices, all depending on which style you want. I think I'm gonna drop the price of the dead popper. I noticed nobody was buying that except for like one person. I think he realized that was a good lure. And I have them on the site for 15. I think I'm gonna knock them down to like 9. It's a lot of people kind of like a popper that dies. I want my popper to stay on top of the water. So this popper that I'm talking about, it comes in two styles. The first style It has no feather weight on the hook, so it will stay on top of the water. The other style is if a fish hits it, it goes into like a walk the dog right beneath the surface style action. It's a really slow sink just because of the way the feather is made and what I did to the actual feather itself. I put some of that fly tying. I think it was called gunk at one time. It makes the lures float, but at the same time, it added weight to a fly. But I put that in the feathers to add weight. It does a really nice action. I like how it does. But I'm going to drop the price so that people will use them. I think the most expensive swim bait on there right now is 22. And then the true gills that are on there, they are 35 at the moment. That's more of a swim bait versus a glide. So the glides are 22 and the swim bait is 35. Just because gills take forever to paint. They got so many layers. A good looking gill anyway, let me rephrase that. Because I've done some bad ones and I wouldn't throw. All right, so here we have the custom. Oh shoot, I missed one. I could. I don't, but I could. I am a tattoo artist as well. That is my primary job of 18 years. And every morning I wake up, even from day one, saying, I'm going to do something else. In fact, I did something else for a while. I did graphic design and t-shirt designs and stuff of that nature. And went back to tattooing. I don't know what it is, man. I can't get away from it. I think it's the easy money, especially after doing it for so long. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. All right, so here we have the custom Blink company that I'm not going to say now that those 3 diamonds are on there. And we're going to add his name, but I'm not going to do that on live just until after Christmas. I'll post that part of the video. But I will tell you guys, I am going to get ready to roll, mainly because of what time it is. I will be back in the morning to finish or continue working on these big boys. I've kind of showed them a few times. These first time koi fish that I've done. It's a pattern I've never done before. And we'll continue with this one. I have 5 in total. We'll work on that one and this one that's completely empty. I'm gonna say between 9 and 10, somewhere in between that time. And then I have a appointment coming in. My barber's gonna actually come in and fix my face for Christmas. Something I don't really care for. He's gonna come in and cut my hair. My wife's kind of wanting me to clean up for Christmas. So I'm gonna do that. And then we'll be back live after he's done till about 1:30. And tomorrow evening I won't be on because I will be tattooing. I was doing the live tattoo thing, but I don't want to mess my algorithm up. Sticking tattooing inside of fishing. So I won't be doing that. I will say I do appreciate you all for watching. The interactions, the subs, the diamonds, the paintbrushes, all the little weird things that they allow you to send. I definitely appreciate that $20 from the random guy that jumped in here. And I'm going to tell you guys good night. Usually I would spray the screen, but I don't have enough saran, so we won't be seeing that tonight. Peace out.